you repeat your name and date of birth for me?
Jane Williams. I was born on the 6th of June in 1842.
Now, Jane, what year is it right now?
2145.
Jane, I believe that would make you over 303 years of age. How is that possible?
I was displaced. God has awoken me in your time.
Okay. And when were you displaced? What were the last events you remember?
I remember I was looking for my grandchildren. We were all at the lifeboats, but we quickly lost them. I decided to look for them around our cabin, below decks. It was dire down there. The lights were dim, and I could hear water flowing close by. It distinctly smelled of death, like lost hope.
Did you know where to find them?
I wasn't sure, not until I heard the screams of my boys down the stairs. Things were not natural. I could hear my boys, but they weren't to be seen. The last thing I remember was this man. He knew my name.
There he is, our man of the hour. Hope you've gotten some adequate sleep, Hendrik. From what I can see, the ocean wasn't all that graceful last night, but you've made it. You're currently 576 miles away from the Titanic, exactly where she traveled 24 hours prior to impact. How are you feeling?
Stronger than ever, Marvin. Ready to take me back?
Close enough. Briefing you's the only thing left in my checklist.
Good luck. That could be a handful. How do we get started here?
Brady, we cleared for briefing.
Go ahead.
Up until this point, you should have heard very little about your mission's details and motivations. I'd say now's the time to change that. So, 20 years ago, when you were still eating out of your nose, the larger-than-life pioneer Geoffrey Plackett blew us all away by inventing nothing less than bloody time travel.
Okay.
Now that was all fine and dandy, but soon enough, Plackett's travellers came back all out of whack. They seemed completely snapped by their experiences, some of them entirely comatose. Miraculously, Plackett still continued to run his operation. Hell, he even continued to receive funding from the government. Then, with no improvements, the government then finally banned his practices. A few months later, though, Plackett disappeared from the face of the earth, ruled as suicide by the government, without any details.
That happened, though. I mean, they got proof and...
Well, hold on, Hendrik. It might seem that way for now.
Okay.
Moving forward 2 years, a 70-year-old woman known as Jane arrived out of the blue, claiming that she came from the sinking Titanic. She then recalled the events with shocking accuracy. And well, people started tying this... Oh, it seems they want us to keep moving. Go ahead and open that door.
Whoa.
Ain't she stunning? You wouldn't believe the amount of money we pumped into that little number. Anyway, where was I? So, Plackett had now disappeared, and a woman from the actual Titanic suddenly popped out of nowhere. Now, we did some digging through Plackett's records, and we found transcripts of a traveller named Diana, who left for a mission in 2143, but she never returned. Guess where she went? Yep, the bloody Titanic.
Wait, what?
Yep, and this happened merely weeks before Plackett's disappearance, and wasn't even disclosed to the public. Now what I think, Hendrik, I think our little genius botched Diana's mission and tried to cover up by sending back another passenger, Jane.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Jane over 70 years old? How would that make sense?
Good question. Diana was only 32 years old. We suspect Plackett wanted to pass off time travel maladies as a reason for her age. Which clearly didn't pan out since authorities apprehended Jane before he could return and get his hands on her. I think that if you can reach Jane's cabin on the RMS Titanic, you'll be able to learn what happened, find Plackett, and potentially bring back Diana.
I suspected that my mission involved Jane somehow, but this? You're putting a lot on me here, Marv.
I know, it's a lot to hear at once. But your first priority remains to find that cabin. To this day, Jane has never recalled her exact cabin, which we estimate to be around here. But we'll easily solve that by swinging by the passenger manifests, which are here on G deck. In order to place you in close proximity to these, we'll start off your mission in the front boiler rooms, disguised as a coal shoveler. We'll land you there about 24 hours before impact, giving you ample time to prepare. Hendrik, by all means, this mission should be quite straightforward.
Let's hope so. I've got to ask, though. What the hell happened to Plackett?
I don't think he made it out. Only so much you can do on a sinking ship. You ready? We're getting close to transport here. Open that door as well, please.
Let's do it.
All right, mate. Still can't believe you're bloody doing this. Just remember, Hendrik, if National Time Regulation finds out we're sending you back, well, you won't return. You know I have to disclose that. I'm sorry. Now, we've told you this over and over, Hendrik, but we have real reason to believe Plackett got Diana stuck on the ship. And besides, if our health department didn't operate the way they did, perhaps I would, be inside of that cylinder instead. Anyways, bring her back, Hendrik. We can't rely on it happening, but we can aim for it. She never deserved to be left in a sinking grave. You're making history, my friend. See you on the other side.
What is this place? Wait a second. I'm here. Marvin, are you there?
Yes, he's there. We have communication. Hendrik, we thought you were gone. It took us almost 24 hours to establish contact. But you're okay. You bloody did it, mate. You're on the RMS Titanic. I also see that your coordinates have somehow worked. It seems that you're inside of an ash room adjacent to the fireman's passage, all the way in the front and bottom of the ship. Now, you're not too far from the third-class passenger files, and we'll get you up there soon to locate Jane's cabin. But for now, let's have you blend in a bit. Hope you're ready to get your hands dirty and move some proper coal. How are you feeling, by the way? Your files seem solid.
Physically great, I'd say. A little bit foggy, though.
Well, that should clear right up as you adjust yourself. Anyways, Fireman's Passage is right behind that door. A little twist of those hatch dogs should open that big boy for you.
Sweet.
Fireman's Passage is right behind that door. A little twist of those hatch dogs should open that big boy for you.
What's with the hanging bags?
Well, it turns out that when the ship was ashore, the boiler room staff actually lifted their ashes up to E-deck, where it could be safely disposed of in an appropriate location. But when at sea, nobody really cared. They just dumped it all right down on the world's largest toilet. All looks good to me. It seems that the Friday shift is coming to an end. Let's head down to the right, Hendrik. Absolute stunner! You know, it took 3 million rivets to assemble her. Picture the manpower.
We need you around the corner. Keep it up. Keep moving on.
Alright, head down to your right again.
Man, it's like an oven in this place.
Indeed, it crosses over 120 degrees Fahrenheit sometimes.
This one seems open, Marv. Clear to use it?
Excellent. Grab one of those shovels and scoop a couple of loads into the furnace. I believe you have a few more minutes of shoveling before you're expected to clear out the clinkers.
How long am I expected to do this for?
About 4 more hours. I'm going to try to sneak you out after about 2, though.
Damn. This is all I do? Just shovel away?
Pretty much. Once the temperature of your furnace gets too high, though, you're expected to release some of the heat.
Now I get why briefing was conducted at the last minute.
There she is. Now we're going to release some of that heat. Let's crank that red valve behind you. Alright, that's enough. Time to load in some more then. Exhilarating, isn't it? You should be able to get out of here and advance towards the upper decks pretty soon. Crew presence is becoming increasingly sparse up there, so once the midnight rolls around, we'll go and see about those passenger files on GB deck. What? I don't recall any reports of this. Did she strike something the night before?
You're asking me?
No, it's the iceberg! It's gonna puncture this boiler room!
But what the hell? What happened in the 24-hour and...
Hendrik, run! Get back to the fireman's...
Oh, shit! Wait for me, goddammit!
Crouch and crawl, Hendrik. Hurry! Boy, are they quick with those doors! Crank it up!
Nothing! It's not working, Marvin!
The circuit must be overriding it! Shit! Where does that silver tube lead to? Usually there's a box for emergency overrides nearby. That's it! Ah, just smash the bloody thing! Gather and prepare for emergency procedures. Ready the evacuation team. Listen, something went wrong during your transport. I'm not sure what happened, but you somehow ended up arriving 24 hours late. We need to get you above the waterline. The initial plunge was rather slow, so we have some time.
Stairwell is locked. There is a ladder, though.
Seems like you're going to be climbing. Just climb until you can't go any further. All right, G-Deck. You're about 20 feet above the water now, so that buys us some time. Since our plan got absolutely body slammed just there, we've taken some measures to continue your mission. You're there anyway, so no reason to really stop dead in our tracks.
Gotcha. So the passenger files are on this deck. Doesn't sound like we got held back too far, no?
That's right. They're actually pretty close to you on this deck. Keep a pace, but don't act suspicious. They don't sound very excited. Now, these men were not particularly known for their impenetrable tempers. Let's try and stay out of that. Anyways, try and explore some of this area while we finish up planning the rest of your mission.
Yeah, I've heard some stories about these fellas.
Passenger files should be around the corner. Pick those up. Find Jane's cabin and let's go from there. There's going to be less time to be a tourist, I'm afraid. I mean, for all we know, we could be too late to find Jane or Diana.
I think you might be disappointed in what we find in that regard.
We'll have to take down that fence first, though. There's a screwdriver right there. I don't think it'll take a genius to figure that one out, Hendrik. Bingo. Seems to be organised by surname. Jane's last name is Williams.
Anything from you onwards is missing, Marvin.
What? What about the other ones?
They're still here.
I don't understand. Somebody already took it. Placket. Perhaps he really handpicked Jane. An older woman supposed to be an older Diana, aged by time travel artifacts.
You realize that sounds outlandish, right? You're saying Placket traveled back to pick an older woman to send to the future and pretend it's good old Diana? I still don't buy it.
It's possible, though. Shit. Guess that means we have to hurry. All right, Hendrik. Go and check if there's anything of value behind that door. During this period, society was hyper-obsessed with technological advancements. Meanwhile, half the world was still hungry. That's always bothered me. So when I found out that Plackett invented time travel, I was disgusted. The man paraded the world like he was the bloody Pope.
What about his travelers when they came back?
What's there to say? I mean, he sent them back alone, with no direct communication. No wonder they came back altered. Same with Diana. He was already experimenting with cross-time communication and still sent her back with that tasteless AI device of his.
What are you going to do if Hendrik happens to encounter Plackett?
As much as I want him to kill him, I'll stick to protocol. Keep Plackett away from travelers, allowing for a safe extraction.
Vitals are okay. Consciousness detected. Diana, are you present?
I made it. God, I'm here. I'm here. Present. I'm on the forecastle of the Titanic. Currently 20 minutes post-impact.
Welcome to the other side, Diana. If you hear this, you've completed your transport in a functioning condition. Diana, I am proud of you. Remember, the distinction between the past, present,
And future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. I can't believe it. I've just traversed more than 230 years back in time, and I feel fine.
230 years and 314 days to be precise, Diana. How do I sound? Like Mr. Plackett in the flesh?
Just like him. It's creepy, but I feel safe.
There's no reason not to. All right, it appears that you are fully conscious and oriented now. How's your memory? Can you remember your objectives?
Head into first class through B deck, capture passenger sentiment, continue towards the grand staircase, repeat, and if conditions allow, photograph the flooding of lower decks.
Right on. I would suggest heading towards the superstructure. Time's ticking, Diana. And don't forget principle number 1.
Get home safe. Got it.
Not a bad view. Diana, why don't you photograph the superstructure from here before moving?
It seems desolated. What's with that? Wasn't there a crowd around this time?
Not quite. I trust you're not relying on feature films as your bar of expectation, Diana.
Of course not. It just feels off. Access to B deck seems blocked. Any advice?
Nothing to be concerned about, Diana. You'll be able to surmount that by climbing over that cargo crane. You see it?
Affirmative. It's hard to miss, really.
Good. There's a control lever on top of it. If you climb to the top, you can move the crane about 28 degrees to your left to form a bridge over the railings.
Makes sense. It shut down. Shouldn't there still be residual steam pressure?
It seems not. There's a backup engine integrated in the crane's base, though. Let's climb down and take a look. That's it. Look for some coal to throw in that furnace, Diana.
Got it.
Good. Let's give it an initial spark. Can you find anything to light that with? That's it. Now you're going to have to...
Twist the valve counterclockwise until the pressure gauge indicates green. You don't have to hold my hand like that, you know. Crane is running. I'll try the controls again. Got it.
The most difficult part is behind you, Diana. Feeling a bit warmer?
A little bit. It's beautiful here.
What did I tell you? I saved the best for my favorite traveler. Let's proceed.
What about the pictures?
Let's take some as you explore these hallways. 3 will be sufficient.
Now that I'm here, may I ask, what exactly caused the defects in previous time travelers? I mean, what's there to stop me from returning defective?
Stay focused, Diana. Plackett hasn't programmed me to concern you with that.
Sure.
That should do. Can you try entering the doors at the end of the hallway?
It's locked.
That's okay. Keep in mind, this is her maiden voyage. We're relying on early operating plans. We'll find another way.
What about the vents?
Right on, Diana. Let's head back around. There should be a master vent parallel to the main hallway.
It won't budge. It's soldered to its frame.
Okay, service cabinet is then. I think you're adjacent to that. Go in there and let's find a way to blow out these vents.
That seems...
Disrespectful? Your safety always comes first, Diana. I'm not concerned about White Star Line's profit margins at the moment. As expected, find an emergency hatchet and let's cut off that knob. Try to find the drawer with the emergency manual for 23B, Diana.
This is it. It seems that I need to adjust these gauges accordingly throughout the halls.
Seems like it. Use the large map up there to find them. And let's adjust them to the numbers on the sheet.
On it.
Get in the vent. You don't want to be associated with this mess. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, you will be crawling through 2 cabins, photographing whatever passengers you can see. Again, 3 pictures will do. See you. They can only hear the vents.
Yes, I'm getting a signal. No response from him at all. Hendrik, waking up would really help the program here.
Marvin?
We lost communication again. Where the hell are you at?
What?
Jesus, Hendrik. Someone tied you up. I don't understand. Shit. Can you break those ropes by shaking your hands?
This just can't be good. The last thing I remember was looking for that damn file.
I agree, mate. Let's get the hell out of here before someone returns.
Shit. Looks like I'm locked in here.
That's not an option. Anything else?
Well, it looks like there's a small vent over there.
Well, that vent's got some screws, so there's a start. The creases look pretty big. Just grab whatever to screw them out. Moving forward, there has to be extra caution. I hate to say it, but clearly, you're not alone anymore. Someone is after you. I mean, hell, I'm holding out hope that this was some disgruntled boatswain, or perhaps an officer stopping you from snooping around.
The whole ship is going down, and they're concerned about me snooping around. Man, I thought our generation was dramatic.
What? Your light just died. You're loaded with fusion energy sufficient to fuel 5 21st century cities. This shouldn't be possible. Alright then, Brady. Permission to switch to storage-based energy.
Permission granted.
Storage-based? What does that mean?
That means you'll be switching to battery-based power now. The Titanic had some dry cell-based appliance batteries on board, so keep an eye on your battery life, and find and fuel your device as you go. Your device's display will now indicate your ever-dwindling battery life.
Good thinking. I'll keep an eye out for any batteries.
Certain about this, but it seems there's someone else here.
What the hell?
He's moving away. Advance with caution. It's safe to say that person, that's who captured you.
How do we even proceed from here? I can't just guess where Jane's cabin was. There's over 840 of them.
Well, the mailrooms are behind that door. Let's use those to get to the squash courts and get access to upper decks. I can confirm there's another passenger manifest on E deck. We really should be able to find Jane's cabin number there.
Marv, that blackboard doesn't seem very 1912-like.
If it isn't the devil himself, that has got to be Placard's work. Shit! That madman was really here.
Jesus. Are you positive it's him?
I mean, we can never be certain, but we'll need a couple of minutes to digest those formulas, so by all means, carry on. That one's locked up. Let's crack that chain with something. A time Boswick gate. How advanced. I'm guessing we can just tweak the time a little by hand. The schedule should be posted up somewhere.
Okay, how am I supposed to operate this thing, though?
Good point. Seems like it needs 2 valve wheels to change the time with. Again, those should be somewhere around here too. shot at you. Oh, all right. Just squeeze him into a small elevator on the other side of the room.
Shit, Marvin. I hardly have any time down here.
Hold on. That could lead. Grab that axe and get into the elevator.
Oh, shit. It's getting cold down here. Marvin?
Water damage. There's a manual valve drivetrain in here too. If you can find a valve wheel somewhere, you can crank this thing up.
Okay. I'm on it.
Yes, crank that.
Damn, this thing is slow.
On behalf of our crew, that, didn't quite follow our plans.
Whew, it's alright. At least you got me out of there.
A bit more peaceful here. Welcome to the first-class squash courts. To avoid that disaster again, we have to keep our pace up. This area will be flooded minutes from now.
I can handle that. Already got my feet wet, just there. Anything new with that blackboard?
Not yet. Getting close, though. Again, time is sparse. The other half of that ladder should be in here somewhere. Attach that to the top half and climb up to the spectator level. About that blackboard. Turns out it actually is Plackett's work. And it's cause for some concern. It turns out cognitive issues most certainly are at play here. Though they're not just caused by stresses. You see, Plackett's research right there suggests that time travel is a journey of distance, not time.
The hell? So I just traveled through space?
Sort of. It's essentially a journey that takes us into a separate reality, dictated by its own physical laws. But it almost seems that we can protect ourselves using our own light.
I really don't think I follow.
That's okay. We'll figure this one out. Perfect. Locked as well. You see that? Someone opened the door down there. Hold on, Hendrik.
Hey, Marv. Someone's playing catch with me here.
What the hell? Can you check behind the door?
Hello? Hey. I think you left your ball here. Hello? There's no one here. How do you explain that?
Remember what I said about separate reality? Different physical laws? It could be a part of that. Now, since things are getting a bit strange, I've activated a high-energy sonar flash function on your comm device that can both protect you and help us to analyze things in real time. The more connected we stay to our own source of light, the more grounded we can stay in our own reality. So please, if you see, hear, or feel anything inexplicable, make sure to sonar flash your environment. Let's start with that ball. That's odd. My data is giving me nothing. That ball doesn't appear to exist. Regardless, you need to find that purser's office and find the key to E-Deck. The water is only minutes away. Miracles of technology, yeah? Alright, that Oswick gate is not looking all that powerful anymore. Shouldn't be an issue for you to break that one. Don't mess around though, Hendrik. We don't have much time anymore.
Doesn't make any sense, Marv. This just looks like a dead end to me.
Have you taken a look at that porthole in the last door? Locked as well. Let's find a way to blow that door up.
Wait. Really? I feel like that's gonna draw a bit of attention.
I wouldn't worry about that. Everyone with an ounce of sense has already left this area.
Alrighty. It's your call.
Okay, by all means there should be a key to F-Deck in here. Hendrik, wait! I think I'm picking up something else here. Could you look around the office more thoroughly? No way! This could be Placket! Press the trigger button to play that.
Recording 7. After roaming the decks of this magnificent ship for 34 hours, I have woven my recent observations into my pre-existing theory. I can now say with confidence that light is essential to our existence and livelihood, even in ways that are beyond our physicality. Naturally, time travel takes us to new places, but the only thing shielding us from our harm is our own light. However, I never truly appreciated the rate at which we lose this, particularly when we venture further away in time.
Holy crap. Marv. That's Placket.
That's him, all right. This seems recorded quite a few hours before impact. Bloody hell, Placket's been around for a bit. I wonder, what if he was here to save Diana? I mean, why risk travelling back so far before impact if he knew of the complications?
That makes a lot more sense. But it still doesn't explain the whole Jan thing, though.
Guess we'll find out. Let's get you up to F-Deck. detecting a strong presence behind you. Flash that, now!
Holy shit, that actually worked! That was not a person. Get the hell out of there. Move the planks and get yourself to the squash courts.
This can't be right. Hardly any lighting?
That doesn't seem right. Rest assured, I'm observing this too.
I suppose. How many pictures here?
Just take 2 photos of this area. One of the elevators and one of the stairs behind it. After that, it's best that you take an elevator down in order to observe the lower decks a bit.
Got it.
Perfect. Can you head back and open the middle elevator?
Nope. They fastened the gates with a chain. Any other ways down?
I highly doubt that. Analyzing your proximity, though, there appears to be a tool storage around the corner here. I'd go ahead and grab something to break the chain.
On it. Another hatchet. This could work.
Nope. That's too small. Search for something more solid.
Ah, surely this will cut it.
Perfect. Let's get you below decks.
PL-12? What the hell is that?
Emergency.
I don't understand. That thing doesn't even look alive. That was close. PL-12, what the hell is happening?
Diana, remain calm. Your vitals indicate severe distress. You're only going to make things worse.
I'm trying. I just don't feel in control anymore. How are we supposed to evade this?
This elevator is going to take you all the way down to E-Deck. Once we're there, I'm going to initiate an emergency escape procedure. I'll determine the location of the escape after we've built some distance.
So, what is it? Is my mind faltering already? Can you verify what I saw is accurate?
Apart from your cortisol levels, you appear fine. I can affirm your observation. You should always expect disruptions. Though as long as you maintain a cool mindset and follow my instructions, you'll live.
I just don't understand.
Hey, whatever that was that we saw, I think that's what Plackett referred to in his research. Artifacts that appear over time after transport. We've looked into it a bit deeper, and I'm starting to think that it's a form of matter decomposition. In our case, the exposure to this environment, or rather this reality, is causing a deterioration of the laws of nature that define what and who you are.
You're meaning to say, the longer I stay here, the more I decompose?
In a way, yes. It sounds confusing, I know, but the point is, you need to be prepared to see more of this.
Thanks, Marv. I'll keep that in mind. But it's just me then? Like, these creatures aren't actually roaming the decks?
I think so. Jesus Christ, that gas is dense. Keep your distance when you're throwing a match in there. There she goes. All right, passenger manifests are still towards the bow from here. You should see a sign leading to it around here.
Finally. I'm curious though. Why have we only seen 2 passengers since the squash course?
You're not wrong, mate. It's not supposed to be this vacant here. 2,208 souls on this ship.
Oh yeah, notice how we're at an angle already, Hendrik. That wheel could build up quite some speed if it was to be let loose.
And I assume that could breach my entry into passenger records?
That's right, you'll need something to cut the ropes with, though.
Anything behind this one, Marvin?
Scotland Road and some stairs, it appears. I'd say it's worth checking out in case you find anything of use.
Okay. Looks like one of those hatched dog doors with extra steps.
There's a knife behind that gate over there.
Noted. But there's no way I'm walking through those sparks, Marv.
I wasn't gonna let you, but if you can't find anything else, I'd start looking into shutting down power around here.
I feel like that's easier said than done, no?
Not with our intel. Adjacent to this hallway, there's a circuit board responsible for keeping those lights on. If you can find that, you can remove the power.
What's that? Are we receiving Titanic's Morse?
No, it seems like radio interference.
Interference? I thought our channel was completely secure.
It's not between us. It's only directed at you.
So it has to be Placket or Diana.
It doesn't match any known signal medium, though. I'll turn it down for now. I planned for such a demolition project on this mission. Most importantly, passenger files will be on the left behind what used to be a gate.
Hendrik, you stupid runt. Look who's alone now. A lonesome puppet who's lost his strings.
What are you talking about? This is not a good time for games.
What is it now, Hendrik? Running away already?
What the hell, Marvin?
Hello? Hell, Hendrik, I lost you again. What just happened to you? Your vitals are through the roof.
What do you mean? You just berated the shit out of me!
Hendrik, I lost communication ever since you entered this dormitory.
Wait. Alright. Doesn't matter. Let's find that file. That's it! Jane is actually on the ship!
Looks like I was right all along. Seems like Jane stayed in cabin 40 on F deck. Jane's interviews confirmed that she looked for her children as her cabin was already filling up with water. This means we have a little bit of time to intercept her and find out how she got sent to the present. Another. Same design as before. Let's keep you moving while you listen to this, though.
Recording 9. Currently in section front end of the ship. I can't recall what deck. Now, I've had time to work on my theory. Although I feel my experiences and observations on the ship now vastly outweigh my years of quantitative research. When a virus enters our body, we fight it. When a stranger enters our home unannounced, we want them out. It's nature. I was mistaken all along. And it's not possible to go against the grain of time. I've merely sent myself and so many others to foreign habitats, spaces where we are not welcome. Habitats that merely resemble the constructs of our desired destination. Over time, even that facade will fall.
Jesus. Well, that's starting to explain this a bit. What does he mean with not welcome? Like, someone governs this reality?
I hope not, but it could be. If that's the case, it could mean the more time one spends here, the more control this deity festers over travelers.
Time is of essence, it seems, then. Plackett must have been here long enough to start losing sight of his mission. So, if I start acting silly, just let me know, please.
That's going to be hard to tell with you, but let's get to F-Deck before making conclusions.
Okay, PL-12. What's next?
I've identified a suitable evacuation cabin for you. This is going to be one level below us, near the front of the ship. Cabin C40 on F-Deck.
Front of the ship? I'm not wearing an oxygen tank. You know, isn't that section going to be flooded by the time we get there?
Don't worry, it's all mapped out. Plackett made sure of that. I think we can get you there in a straight shot using the grand staircase. Diana, you think a couple more photographs are still in your wheelhouse?
Sure. What else do you need photographed?
Just the gap looking up the stairwell, and a side shot of the stairs landing. That's it. Good shot.
Okay. I'm heading down, right?
You stole my words. Go ahead and walk down to F-Deck.
They sure let this pile up.
Yeah, as soon as that iceberg thing happened, cleanliness took a back seat.
PL? What was the plan here again?
Well, actually, there's not supposed to be a wall ending this passage yet. These doors also won't take us any closer.
Well, looking at that water stream, we might want to make a decision here.
Right, of course. Moving forward is too dangerous for now.
So what else is there?
I've activated a function on your watch to identify structural weak spots. Using that, I'll guide you to a way up. You'll be able to see a visual green highlight on your watch face, indicating breakable walls.
Huh. Never knew I was equipped with that. Closed off. Should I expect more of these feeble walls?
Absolutely. Keep scanning.
How certain are you that the evacuation cabin won't be flooded? We're still outside from it now.
This flooring seems isolated. If you keep a decent pace, we'll still make it.
PL, I'm facing a dead end here.
There has to be a way upwards from here, Diana.
I don't think I can suspend myself up here.
You're simply going to have to climb. We've got zero choice here.
PL-12, couldn't mission prep have lowered my calories a bit?
Jokes aside, your strength appears significantly...
So, now what? Can we just find a more suitable evacuation cabin?
As much as that sounds safer, it's not. Cabin C40 is X and Z coordinate-wise directly aligned with your spawn location. This means on a timely departure, your journey back is safer.
If that's what it takes. How do we get there instead, though?
We have no other choice but to send you towards the stern a bit. There's a door headed towards the aft side hallways. You'll see it.
This one?
Correct. You should be able to derive the correct combination based on the sound feedback that the knob is giving you. If you turn it the wrong way, you'll hear a thud. Right way sounds more like a ding.
Okay. And how many correct twists until it unlocks?
3 correct turns and you're in. Pattern starts over when you fail. Make sense?
Yeah. PL-12, I don't like this very much.
Agreed. It's the only way we've got through.
What the hell was that?
I really couldn't tell you. Get to a nearby cabin. Close the door and block it, Diana. Use something heavy. This will suffice. Close and block that door, Diana.
I'm trying. So, this is it. This is why travelers come back scarred. Something is horribly wrong here, PL-12.
Please stay focused here.
What do we do next, then?
We'll wait for things to calm down a bit, and then reach Scotland Road by heading sternbound a bit more. Diana, I know what you're going through here is absurdly disturbing. Completely beyond any traveler's expectations, if you ask me. I can assure you, though, when you get back, imagine the legacy you'll have. Imagine the looks on people.
I don't want to hear that force-fed placket crap. I want to go home. That's it.
Of course. Good things might be coming is all. I haven't sensed any presence in a bit now. How are you feeling?
I think I'm ready.
Good. There's a watertight door dead ahead behind the door. Activate the lever and remember, if your wristwatch makes as much as a peep, return back to hiding immediately.
Yeah. The lever you mentioned is not working.
Not great, but not a disaster. I have an idea. See that control unit on the wall? That's it. Since it's already exposed, we can place a heater bulb in there to overdrive the circuit. There's 2 others around these hallways that you can fill. Return to the cabin for me first, please. Alright, you see that disassembled heater? Every heater here contains one of those bulbs, and once you collect 3, we should be set to open that door.
Copy that. I'll insert this one first. Okay, first one's in.
Excellent. There are a few more heaters around these hallways. Can you break these opens with heavy tools like shovels, fire stokers, or extinguishers? Let's get us out of here, Diana.
And that's the last one. Good to open?
Give it a shot.
I'll get the next door.
Don't get your hopes up too easily. Chances are it won't function either.
You're not wrong. Same crap with the bulbs here again?
Yep, you'll only need one bulb for this one.
You heard that?
Yeah.
What the hell could even do that to a 2,000-pound door?
Get out, open your next watertight door, and close that as soon as you can.
This thing is unreal!
Keep it up, Diana. It's getting close to breaching that door.
Almost there.
We're getting down to it here. I'm talking minutes until potential contact with Diana, Jane, or even Plackett. Once we get close enough to the cabin, I'm going to try and establish communication with Diana's device. I can't imagine there'll be much time to converse, but every word counts now.
Man, I hope she's okay. Granted how I'm feeling, she must be in some pain now.
We'll find out soon, Hendrik. Even with all these hurdles, I think we'll be able to get her off safely. Very good. This is where the real sinking begins, though. Careful heading down.
Holy hell. I can feel that cold air already.
Hold on. Don't try to swim through this one. I'm pretty certain you'd last seconds in that momentum. Let's climb over the top. Hendrik! Hendrik, that gate is gonna go! Watch out for that cargo! Shit, you alright, mate? Your vitals are declining. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Just feeling a bit fuzzy up here. Nothing to worry about, Marv.
Okay, well, keep checking in with me. I think as long as you use your flashing function diligently, you should make it out okay. Got a pretty tight set of hallways coming up here, Hendrik.
Christ, seems like the city has a go.
Marvin? Are you there? Damn it, please come in! Not this shit again, come on!
In recent news, a time traveler named Hendrik van Eden's remains were found on the wreck of the RMS Titanic. Since time travel was banned 30 years ago, this should serve as a lesson that engaging in time travel still is and always will be a death sentence. Hendrik's family members have now cut familial connections with him as they regard his irresponsible mission as a blunt disregard to their well-being.
The hell? Marvin! Please tell me you heard that! Marvin, for Christ's sake! Marvin! Oh hell, Marvin! I'm gonna die here! You screwed me! things are becoming persistent now.
Hendrik! What are you doing? Get away from him!
Oh, thank God you're back. Now where the hell do I go?
That door isn't really locked. It's got a built-in movement lock. That creature just there, that was Plackett himself. I know it sounds insane, but because of his proximity, I've been able to broadcast more of his recordings. Christ, I couldn't have been more wrong about him.
Recording 2. I cannot emphasize how well all elements are aligned for Diana's arrival. Unbelievable to myself still. In 30 hours, I'll meet her at the front castle. We'll expedite our transport back immediately, setting up for evacuation on the front deck itself. Recording 4. I must admit to a growing element of confusion. I've kept myself occupied with my theory, though some things appear wrong to me now. Merely speculative in nature, it's as if light travels... I can now say with confidence that light is essential to our existence and livelihood, even in ways that are beyond our physicality. I was mistaken all along. It's not possible to go against the grain of time. I've merely... a permanent episode of awakening, one thought comes. The other is voided. I must remember. Diana, I must... with caution. I'm not a part of it. All must go. This woman must go. It's part of me now. Although, I'll never be part of it.
Am I getting close at this point, PL?
Affirmative. Like I said multiple times before, it's the door ahead of you, on the left.
Oh, right. On the left side. What on earth? PL, someone was already here.
I'm afraid so. This is not one of us, though. We never utilize protective suits.
Whoever they are, they seem to be a step ahead of us here.
Which of you two is still alive, Diana? This is likely a competitor attempting to curb the maladies of time travel with a layer of rubber. I'm not one bit surprised at his demise.
Why here, though? Why would he pick the same cabin for evacuation?
Not important right now. Can you try and see if he's got anything on him?
His name is Marvin. Huh. Says here he traveled from 2189. That's more than 40 years after me.
Very touching, Diana. Anything else?
Just this key. How geared up is this cabin for transport?
Really close. Looks like this traveler used heater bulbs to boost most of his circuit. If you find one more, you'll be set to launch.
I'll start looking. This way?
Affirmative. There's a...
Operator 317, verifying contact. Establishing communication with Diana Simmons. Diana, come in, please.
Yes, this is Diana. Who is this?
Diana, this is Marvin. I've no time to explain our communication. Someone is here to help you. Are you okay?
Not really. I'm just... confused. I'm gathering a heater bulb for my evacuation cabin. Wait, Marvin? I thought I saw you in my evacuation cabin. There's someone here for me?
It's normal to be a bit confused at this point, Diana. Anyways, yes, he's heading towards you as we speak. By all means, continue finding that bulb. Is your evac cabin number 40?
I think so. How'd you know?
Long story. We'll meet you at your cabin and we'll assist you in your transport home. How does that sound?
That sounds great. How'd you know about my mission?
We've tracked...
Did you acquire the bulb, Diana?
No, wait. What happened to Marvin?
Marvin? You mean that corpse? Try and stay level-headed for me. You're almost home. Great work. The bulb should be in there. Excellent. Let's head to the cabin and get you home at last.
You know where to find them.
I wasn't sure. Not until I heard the screams of my boys down the stairs. Things were not natural. I could hear my boys, but they weren't to be seen. The last thing I remember was this man. He frightened me, so I quickly hid in my cabin. My boys weren't there, though someone else had died there. In my cabin, I found a rectangular light, blue of nature. I walked toward it. I found a lever, and out of panic, I pulled it. That is where my recollection ends.
Approaching the cabin now. Someone just shut the door, PL.
We'll try opening it then.
I'm telling you, Hendrik, she's alive. If you two work together and establish an elevated power escape setup, you can both travel back. Now, her health is declining and water levels are rising, so this needs to be executed as fast as humanly possible.
Wait a minute. It seems like someone is transported already.
What? Hendrik, check out the transport. No! Someone else left instead! We need to find her ASAP, Hendrik!
Want me to look around a bit?
Of course! I'll continue to try and establish communication with her while you're at it. Establishing communication with Diana Simmons again. Diana, do you copy?
That's not her.
No, that definitely doesn't sound human to me.
What do you think happened to her?
I'm starting to think Plackett, or whatever is left of him, somehow got his hands on her.
Why would he do that? I thought he was here to help her.
Well, of course, but Plackett is no longer in control anymore, remember? This deity is doing whatever it wants at this point.
Oh, right. Suppose I don't feel that sharp anymore. This is starting to really take off. If lucky, we only have about
2 minutes and 38 seconds left on this deck. I hate to say it, but we need you out of here.
Whoa! What about Diana?
I'm sorry, Hendrik. I really don't think she's with me. That stairwell is your only hope to ascend, I'm afraid.
So? It's locked up. What's the point?
You can't just give up like that, Hendrik. Anything you can pick up can potentially break it. Get moving, please. Great thinking. Brute force is certainly not a bad idea at this point. Back on E-deck. That was close. Now, make sure you're ready to flash at any moment's notice. I can only expect things to get more sketchy from here on out. I'm going to have you go up to the grand staircase here as fast as possible. We've found you a suitable evacuation chamber. All... What the hell?
He's still looking for her. No, worse than that.
Christ, Marvin. Those passengers. What happened to them?
Those aren't passengers, mate. Remember, you're not actually on the Titanic. I mean, you know what Plackett said in that recording? You stepped into a dimension where you're not welcome.
So a place disguised as my destination. The Titanic. Why the continuous decline and similarities to the actual event, though? And...
D-deck. Although it sounded like it, there's not going to be any quote-unquote people here. That would make you feel too comfortable, if that makes sense. This thing has darker things in mind for you at this point.
It sounds like someone's celebrating.
Eerie. It's getting darker and darker now, too.
It's right below us now. You got a clear route for me?
I don't, unfortunately. Just try and move up as much as you can.
So, about Jane. If Plackett never tried to replace Diana with her, why did she appear in our time?
Well, you saw that transport screen, right? I think she must have accidentally transported herself instead of Diana. Potentially scared and chased by Plackett.
Right, who was completely being controlled by that sinister being. Man, if only they knew at the time, Jane is not even a human, technically. A creation designed just to fuck with us all. All because we entered that place.
You're right. All because Plackett opened the door to this place.
Establishing communication with Marvin. Where are you? I'm still down here.
Shit! We gotta...
No, that is not Diana. This is coming from a different source. Do not listen to it.
Got me fooled there. Jesus Christ. I was ready to dive down.
Good thing you didn't. Suction will probably take care of you quickly now.
Alright. My cabin should be right around the corner, correct?
Should be.
They locked it. No way there's anyone inside. Wait a second. Isn't this the cabin from that movie 2 centuries ago?
Guess you're right. Don't expect any exciting drawings in the safe, though.
Well, that's a bummer. But how do I zap myself back here?
I'm going to have you set up a high-voltage circuit using the suit's electric box. Can you locate that for me?
Got it. Next steps.
You're going to need to find 6 dry cell batteries and plug them in the circuit as fast as you can. Once that's done, I'm going to have you connect your comm device to the system, and I'll initiate transport.
Oh. Okay. That's seriously all it takes?
It should do the job. Let's start searching.
Alright. Now I gotta connect my device to the circuit as well?
Exactly. Just pop it in there.
Alright. Them in the off, Marv?
I'm afraid so.
See you on the other side, Hendrik.
Anything happens,
and thank you for taking me with you, Hendrik, darling.
We're thankful for your work here. We always will be.
Appreciate that, Marvin. I have a feeling that I'll be seeing you soon. Let's drop the countdown then, yeah?
Initiating transport now. Sending back Hendrik van Eden in 3. How's he coming by? Regaining consciousness yet?
It would appear so. He's not going to be able to speak for a while, but brain activity indicates a fully conscious mind.
Welcome back to the present, Hendrik. Guess you were right. I get to see you once again. It's important to rest for the time being. Your body and mind have gone through a lot in the past few, well, centuries.
How about that, Hendrik? I got word that your family just arrived. If staff allows, a visitation hour can be arranged later today.
Oh, that's great news. Better to keep that visit as low-key as possible if the press finds out.
I'm gonna get you.